Donald Trump would walk into that office with an enemies list. When elected, I will walk in with a to-do list.
Harris delivered her closing arguments from the Ellipse in Washington, D.C. It's the patch of park where former President Donald Trump rallied supporters on January 6th. Trump outlined his day one plans in an interview with Fox's Sean Hannity.
We're going to take care of our borders immediately, day one. We're going to drill, baby, drill. We have more liquid gold than anybody else.
Today, Harris will visit North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. The former president will head to North Carolina and Wisconsin, too. And the Yankees force a Game 5 in the World Series with an 11-4 win over the Dodgers. America's listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
It's not every day that you buy a house. And if you're only going to experience something like that 2 or 3 times in your entire life, wouldn't you rather enjoy the experience? For home buying that is truly good, come to Southern Heritage Bank. We make home buying simple, fun, worry-free. In a word, we make it good. Find out more and apply now at southernheritagebank.com/mortgage. Let's do something unbelievably good. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good morning. This is Mix 1041. We're on the radio. We're on MixTV.tv. We're also on your phones, excuse me, and your mobile devices through the free Mix 1041 app. As we say good morning to you on this Wednesday, the 30th day of October at 7:04. And our top story this morning is breaking news into Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv, in a story which has a lot of importance for our local community. The Chattanooga Times Free Press and the reporter Mike Perry reporting this morning that the son of longtime head of Cleveland-based Life Care Centers of America is seeking to become a conservator for his 91-year-old father, the founder of Life Care, Forrest Preston. Aubrey B. Preston, an attorney for him, said in a filing in Bradley County Chancery Court that his father's wife and her family her family members have abused the elder Preston and financially exploited him. Chattanooga attorney Gary L. Patrick in the complaint said, quote, Aubrey no longer had any choice but to seek this court's intervention, not just for Life Care's patients and employees, but most importantly, for the safety and well-being of his father. End quote. The Life Care Center's chairman and CEO in 1970 founded the company that's become one of the nation's biggest privately owned nursing home chains. It also made Forrest Preston one of the state's wealthiest people. Forbes puts his net worth at more than $1 billion. But the complaint filed on Tuesday accuses Preston's wife, Kim Nagayan Preston, along with her sister and brother, of collective abuse, neglect, exploitation, financial exploitation, and theft as his caretakers. The complaint said that the three were named for their conspiracy and also civilly aiding and abetting one another to misappropriate Forrest Preston's assets in violation of the Tennessee Adult Protection Act. The complaint was filed together with the petition for conservatorship. However, Forrest Preston, in a phone call with the Chattanooga Times Free Press, said, quote, it all hit today. When you have blood against blood, it's a stupid thing to do. It sounds like the whole world is ending, but not so, end quote. Now, we also have a statement from Life Care Centers of America. I will get to that. I'll tell you what, I'll get to that right now. Life Care Centers of America has released a statement to us here, which read in part, quote, Life Care is aware of a recently filed legal matter involving CEO and chairman and owner Forrest L. Preston. Life Care's president, Todd Fletcher, remarks, quote, regardless of any legal proceedings, Life Care's leadership and associates both in Cleveland and around the country remain committed to fulfilling their mission of providing excellent care to the residents in the communities they serve, end quote. Now, the story goes on this morning, again, in the Chattanooga Times Free Press. Court papers call the elder Preston, quote, a mentally and physically disabled man, requiring the court's intervention. The complaint said that Preston in 2018 married his current wife, who was decades younger, and was his caretaker 18 months after his previous wife died, while he was dependent on opioids and Valium. Continuing the story, quote, in the years that followed, Kim Preston, who emigrated from Vietnam with her siblings, progressively isolated Forrest from his family, friends, and others who know him, love, and care for him, according to the complaint. But instead of protecting Preston, the story says, the three were accused of unlawfully enriching themselves, acquiring millions of dollars in real estate through him, along with substantial cash. The complaint reads, quote, tens of millions of dollars of real estate and cash are still not enough for Kim and her family. They have a much grander scheme involving Forrest's most valuable assets, Life Care Centers of America, and its affiliates. End quote. The complaint also stated that Preston's wife and her siblings are, quote, practiced fraudsters who have a history of grifting that spans decades. The filing said the elder Preston solely owns Life Care, which employs more than 30,000 people nationally. It said Preston's, quote, disabilities have opened the door for Kim Preston and her family to dangerously disrupt operations and drain cash and assets. According to the Chattanooga Times Free Press this morning, his wife and her siblings have injected themselves into Life Care board meetings, the complaint said. It said, quote, she regularly terrorizes and threatens Life Care employees with a show of power and control, end quote. The complaint said Preston has suggested his wife, without relevant education or any known experience operating a business, is likely his succession plan. The filing says that Forrest Preston is believed to have dementia, other cognitive defects that make him unable to manage his own resources and carry out daily activities. And that is, by the way, the Chattanooga Times Free Press reached out for Kim Preston, the wife of Forrest Preston, and a message was not returned. There will be much more on this breaking story this morning. We'll be following this story and continuing to bring it to you. It is 10 minutes after 7. One more story this morning, obviously. Let me get to the early voting story. And we had yesterday in Bradley County, Fran Green, election commission, election administrator in Bradley County, tells us that yesterday we had over 2,000 people, about 2,600 people voted yesterday. So here's the deal. Right now, Bridget, running count is at 31,741 have voted early in Bradley County. People have today and tomorrow, and that's it.
That's right. That's exactly right. So be sure lines are going to be long on Election Day, and that's guaranteed. So if you want to vote early, again, today and tomorrow, your two final chances.
Yeah, Fran was giving me a little bit of history from 4 years ago last night. If I can find it here. Let me see here. Hang on a second. Don't you like it when the announcer checks his text? All right, so yesterday we had 2,564. Grand total, 31,741. Now, a little bit of history. So if you're thinking about, well, what happened in 2020, we had right at 45,000 total voters in 2020. So right now we're at 31,741, but again, the total voters includes Election Day. Of course, Tuesday night we'll be on the air at 7 o'clock with our Election Night special presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm. Let's get our First check of traffic. Then, hey, we're going to announce a big contest we got going this morning. Hang on. Go over to you, Bridget.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning, and taking a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras, the interstate looking great as well. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-a-Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland. Efficient, state-of-the-art, automated curbside service. Find out more by visiting wasteconnections.com/ClevelandTN.
All right. Hey, so here's what we're doing this morning. We're doing a Winning Wednesday. This is the final weekend for the Mayfield Farm Park in Athens, so we're giving away 4 tickets. But, Bridget, we're asking a question of people this morning. What is your favorite Halloween candy? Now, we've got some statistics we're going to be citing this morning, but I will tell you, good morning. Hello to my friends at M&M Mars. They have now passed Reese Cups as number 1.
Oh, good.
In the nation. Now, that's according to I think, the Chattanooga Times Free Press cited it Sunday. It's there's a website they cited. The great Lisa Denton. Lisa does a tremendous job down there on stuff like this. So anyway, Bridget, we want people to do that in our contest, giving away 4 passes at 9 a.m. You know what? No, we're not doing it. We're going to do 4 at 8 and 4 at 9.
Okay.
I know this audience, you'll have trouble with that. 4 at 8, 4 at 9, okay? Bridget, how do they enter? And thanks to our friends at Independent Insulation.
That's right. Yeah, Independent Insulation Services, they are hiring. You can give them a call at 423-716-3762. But yes, if you would like to qualify to win those 4 passes to the Mayfield Farm Park, call or text us at 423-614-6499. Again, our number 614-6499. Call or text. We want to know what your favorite Halloween candy is.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake you Hardee's original made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Did you know that a large number of student athletes vape, thinking it will give them a boost in performance? But you can't play if you can't breathe. Escape the Vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Right now, take up to 5 years no-interest financing on Tempur-Pedic purchases. Only for a limited time this fall. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's favorite mattress store.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered. At Basement and Crawl Space Solutions, we're excited to announce our partnership with USS. Together, we bring additional resources and over 30 years experience.
We can tackle bigger challenges and deliver even better results to protect Chattanooga homes now more than ever.
Call USS.
Weather Center, we always do a game. What will Roger Pickett dress up as this year? And will it be decent?
No.
We don't want to get arrested again this year. So anyway, Roger.
Whenever you see the big box chains that sell mattresses, you'll also find locally owned Mermaid Mattress, either across the street or around the corner, where more of your dollars will stay local.
For today, cloudy skies early in the day, partly cloudy by this afternoon, a high of 77 and a low of 61 this evening. A slight chance of a rain shower today. For tomorrow, partly cloudy and very warm for your Halloween, a high of 78 and a low of 64. And then on Friday, rain showers early in the day and then overcast skies later with a high of 75. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 55 degrees. And taking a look at the Central Heat and Air radar, things are looking great out there.
Are the radars working?
They are.
Hey,
Yep.
Fruit Loops. Excuse me. I was told not to clear my throat on the radio, but I can't help it. Brett's just trying to kill me. Hey, Fruit Loops.
Yes, boss.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's.
Reese's. Good boy. How about you, Bridget?
M&M's, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Good morning, Mars Wrigley.
Yeah. You know what mine is?
What?
Hey, I got to tell it like it is. Go ahead, guess.
Hershey Kisses?
That's right. You
Yep.
got it. And but look, no, here's what I do, and I did it last night watching the World Series. So I combine, so Mars, don't get upset with me. I love you. Because here's what I do. I combine M&M's and Hershey Kisses.
Okay.
I love chocolate more than a middle-aged woman. So, and by the way, who knows? But anyway, there you go. So we want to know what's your favorite Halloween candy. Our friends at Independent Insulation Services sponsoring Winning Wednesday. 4 passes to Mayfield Farm Park. Going to do 4 this hour, 4 next hour. Bridget, how do they get entered?
Okay, call or text us at 423-614-6499. Again, 614-6499. We want to know what your favorite Halloween candy is.
Independent Insulation Services is hiring experienced insulationists.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Welcome to Infinity of Chattanooga. With an expansive inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Infinity products, make sure Infinity of Chattanooga is on your list of places to shop when it's time for your next vehicle. Sporty coupes, comfortable sedans, and spacious SUVs. Infinity of Chattanooga has it all. Shop online at infinityofchattanooga.com or take a test drive at Infinity of Chattanooga, just off I-75 at the Lee Highway exit.
Good morning, and of course, happy Wednesday to you. We're halfway through the work week. Tomorrow's Halloween. The fall foliage is starting to show up. Pretty good time of the year, if you ask me. Here's a look at the South Chickamauga Creek Gorge taken by Local 3 Sky. You can see the reds, the yellows, the oranges. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to that peak color here across portions of North Georgia and even Southeast Tennessee. And here's your latest forecast fall foliage map from Explore Fall. This was posted yesterday. You can see we'll be heading into the November 4th time frame here. And a lot of these areas along the spine of the southern Appalachians now past peak color. But here in Southeast Tennessee and North Georgia, we're getting closer to that high to even peak color. So over the next couple of days, especially into this weekend, I encourage you to go to places like North Georgia, along the Cumberland Plateau, even here in the valley, to check out some of that fall foliage, because before too long, it'll be all gone. So get those photos, send them in, weather at local3news.com. Heading into your weekend, we also fall back to standard time we go. Saturday, your sunrise, 8:03, sunset, 6:45, and then we flip the clocks back at Sunday at 2 a.m. and your sunrise is going to be 7:04 and sunset 5:44. So you will gain that extra hour of sleep, but you will lose that hour of daylight as you're getting off work each evening. But again, no one's going to complain about that extra hour of sleep. Here's a look at your temperatures. 61 in Blue Ridge stepping out, same for Chattanooga. So it is not a cool, crisp fall morning. It's very mild out there, even a little humid. And as we get into your afternoon, highs going to top out around
TV. Good morning. It's a midweek Wednesday, 30th day of October. Tomorrow, our annual Halloween morning broadcast. We will be live at the Townhouse Bake Shop tomorrow morning with Scotty, Commissioner Gilbert. And children, come by, dip your hand down in the big, got this big, it's not even a bucket. It's like, remember that?
Yeah, it's the biggest bowl I've ever seen.
Biggest bowl you've ever seen. Yeah. I tried to borrow it and put some chocolate pudding in it, but he wouldn't let me. Anyway, plus free candy for all the children who come by. We're going to start at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we'll all be out there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Townhouse Bake Shop tomorrow morning. Come by and see us. All right, Bridget, let's get our Simmons Bank celebration list. What's happening?
Okay, happy birthday to Oliver Queen. He is 6 years old today and a student at Black Fox Elementary. Jeremiah McDonald is 10 years old today, a student at Waterville Elementary. The son of Micah and Amanda McDonald. His dad, Micah, is the PE teacher there at Waterville, and his mom works for Bradley County Schools as well. Chris Johnson is celebrating a birthday today, and then Cindy Ramsey is 57. That is from her Hardy's family, so happy birthday to her. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list at Simmons Bank. Their new location in Cleveland is now open at the corner of Stewart Road and Keith Street in the Farmland corner. Next Wednesday, November 6th, they'll be having a client and community appreciation event. It's open to the public. They're going to be grilling burgers and hot dogs from 10 to 1 next Wednesday.
So did Jamie Kyle at Simmons Bank, of course he's on about his 15th bank, but fine. But did they tell him did Ken Do tell him his office is out in the parking lot?
No.
Was that a hint? No. You know what, Jamie? there's no room in the inn.
He's inside the building this time.
All right, so we're asking you what your favorite candy is on this day before Halloween. What's your favorite Halloween candy? And call, text in, brought to you by Independent Insulation Services. And so what are we hearing from the people? You know, I really care. So what are we hearing?
Balin Gamble says caramel apple suckers. Those are really good.
That's stupid.
Sailor Harbison says dots. Those
Sailor Harbison?
Yeah.
I love Sailor Harbison. Now, her granddad, Bradley County trustee Mike Smith, said that Sailor Harbison thinks I'm Elvis. That's pretty good.
Bless her
Sailor
heart.
doesn't know who Elvis is, but it's fine.
Christina Pierce says Twix.
I love Twix. That's
Made
great.
right here in Cleveland,
Made right
Tennessee.
here in Cleveland, yeah.
Yep. Jennifer Clark thinks she should win because Mayfield Park, Jennifer Clark, it rhymes. So there we go.
And that's, hey, Jennifer, we asked you what your favorite candy is. You're not even in the drawing at this point. Congratulations.
Connie Foster says peanut M&Ms.
Oh, Connie, come on. Now you're speaking my language, girl.
Martha Dover says Milky Way, and her dad, Freddie Dover's favorite, is Three Musketeers.
Here's a good question. What is nougat? Ladies and gentlemen, the question of the ages, what is nougat? What really, has anybody stopped and thought about that? All of the stuff we think about. What is nougat? Boy, if somebody can solve that, we'll give you everything this morning. I don't care what. We'll let you own. Scotty Mayfield will give you Mayfield Farm Park.
And then Josh Gamble here says Reese's is his favorite.
There you go. All right.
Carla Bolaños, Twix. That one just in.
All right, Carla. All right. Hey, let's keep it rolling here, Bridget. How do people get a hold of us?
Okay.
We're going to do 4 Mayfield passes at 8. And then another 4 at 9.
That's right. Call or text us at 423-614-6499. Again, 614-6499. Call or text. We want to know what your favorite Halloween candy is.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. We have a major breaking news story this morning that has far-reaching impacts here in Cleveland and Bradley County and really nationwide, as the Chattanooga Times Free Press is reporting this morning that the son of Life Care Centers of America founder Forrest Preston, his son Aubrey B. Preston, is now seeking to become a conservator for his 91-year-old father, Forrest Preston. In a court filing, an attorney for Aubrey Preston said in a filing in Bradley County Chancery Court that Forrest Preston's wife and her family members have abused the elder Preston and financially exploited him. Chattanooga attorney Gary L. Pantrick said in the complaint, quote, Aubrey no longer had any choice but to seek this court's intervention, not just for Life Care patients and employees, but most importantly for the safety and well-being of his father. End quote. Life Care Chair and CEO Forrest Preston founded the company in 1970, and he remains one of the state's wealthiest people. Forbes put his Preston's net worth at more than $1 billion. But the complaint filed on Tuesday accuses Preston's wife, Kim Nagayan Preston, along with her sister and brother, of collective abuse, neglect, exploitation, financial exploitation, and theft as his caretakers. The complaint said the three were named for their conspiracy and civilly aiding and abetting one another to misappropriate Forrest Preston's assets in violation of the Tennessee Adult Protection Act. The complaint filed together with a petition for conservatorship, according to the filing. Now, Forrest Preston was reached by phone by Mike Perry of the Chattanooga Times Free Press, and he said the following, quote, "It all hit today. When you have blood against blood, it's a stupid thing to do. It sounds like the whole world is ending, but not so." End quote. We have received a statement from Life Care Centers of America, and here is their response to this morning. Quote, Life Care is aware of a recently filed legal matter involving its CEO and chairman and owner, Forrest L. Preston. Life Care's president, Todd Fletcher, remarks, quote, regardless of any legal proceedings, Life Care's leadership and associates both in Cleveland and around the country remain committed to fulfilling their mission of providing excellent care to the residents and the communities they serve, end quote. We'll have more on this story coming up at the top of the hour. Also, we're in the final 2 days of early voting. Early voting continues. Hey, Fruit Loops, you put that graphic up. So here's where you can vote early. We had we're right now at 31,741 have voted early. You've got today and tomorrow if you want to vote early, or join me on Election Day, whatever. OCI, that's the Perry Stone Ministry on Urbane Road, the Northeast Recreation Center, Berry Street, the Bradley County Election Commission office downtown, and the Bradley County Fire and Rescue Training Center on Dalton Pike. Vote early today and tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, Election Day, of course, is Tuesday. Polls open at 8 a.m., close at 8 p.m. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock Tuesday night with our Election Night Special, presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Roadhog! Good, Bridget, good.
I'm learning to pause.
Good.
This is Don Ledford. Report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning, and taking a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras, the interstate looking great as well. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance. Exciting changes are happening at Southland Finance. They're still here to offer the same services they always have and so much more. Call or stop by their Cleveland office located at 950 25th Street in front of Ace Hardware and find out how Southland Finance is growing to serve you. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Mix 104.1 is powered by Duracell.
Check out the great deals this October.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room, up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight.com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go.com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
Milky Way, and of course both have nougat, and I said, what is nougat? That is the question of our times, ladies and gentlemen. What is nougat, Bridget? And someone answered that.
Jan Higgins, thank you so much. She says, I thought nougat was whipped, but here's the real definition. It's a chewy confection made from sugar or honey, nuts, whipped egg whites, and sometimes candied fruit.
Jan, hey, Jan, I don't know Jan Higgins, but Jan, number one, guess what? Because you went the extra mile, we're going to give you 4 tickets to the Mayfield Farm Park.
Wow.
See, ladies and gentlemen, we go the extra mile, we get rewarded.
And she had also sent us her favorite Halloween candy, which is Hershey's Dark Chocolate.
Okay, well, we can't win them all, can we? Dark chocolate, no one cares. All right, so we're good there. Let's get our
Tennessee Valley weather.
Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. What's happening? Let's go over here to Roger Peckett, going to try not to get arrested again this Halloween.
Right now, take up to 5 years, no interest financing on Tempur-Pedic purchases. Only for a limited time this fall.
Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's favorite mattress store.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
For today, mostly cloudy skies, especially early in the day, and a slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 76 and a low of 61 this evening. For tomorrow, cloudy early in the day, and then we could see some sunshine later in the afternoon, and very warm for your Halloween, a high of 78 and a low of 64. And then on Friday, rain showers early in the day, overcast skies later with a high of 75. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 55 degrees. Taking a look at the Central Heat and Air radar, things are looking great out there.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Aubrey's of Cleveland. Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious food in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
All right, good morning. Time for the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, hello human kindness. And the sports report sponsored by the Town Squire. Fall 2024 is bringing fresh styles at the Town Squire. New arrivals from Peter Millar, Southern Tide, Volunteer Traditions, Vineyard Vines, Johnny O, and Southern Point. The season's best looks are here. Whether you're in need of sharp sports shirts, cozy quarter zips, or lightweight jackets, the Town Squire has a full lineup of options ready for you. Swing by and see Larry and the staff at the Town Squire, the shop that's appreciated the customer for over 47 years. Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland. World Series Game 4 last night. Yankees avoided elimination and came back and in a big way. Defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers 11-4. Dodgers up 3-1. How about Freddie Freeman? He hit another home run last night. He has homered in 6 straight World Series games, dating back to when he won a championship with the Atlanta Braves in 2021. That breaks the record for home runs in consecutive World Series games. Game 5 of the World Series tonight, 8:08. We'll have it on ESPN Cleveland 101.3, presented locally by George Gray, Allstate Insurance. I got a great team doing that, by the way. Listened to some of that last night. And, of course, on Fox Television, where John Smoltz, now the lead analyst. Ball calls tonight, 8 o'clock. We'll move that over here to Mix 104.1 with Bob Kessling, Coach Heupel tonight. Getting ready for Kentucky in Knoxville. Saturday night kickoff at 7:45. Hey, big congratulations to the Walker Valley Lady Mustang Cross Country team. They won the 3A Region 5K. That's their third in a row. Good job, ladies, and a big congratulations to you. State high school football poll out this morning in 3A. Meigs County number 8, 5A, Walker Valley number 8. Of course, Walker Valley will host McMinn County Friday night for the region championship. We'll have double coverage on Friday night on WCLE 99.1 FM and on MixTV.tv, all supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. In Division 2 AAA, the state poll this morning, Baylor number 1, McCallie number 3. That's the CHI Memorial Sports Desk, sponsored by the Town Squire.
At Wholesale Supply, we're more than just a plumbing.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
Maybe it began with a little girl following a kaleidoscope of butterflies to a place beyond her dreams. But then it became a real kaleidoscope that you can walk and fly through, where we don't just welcome you, we celebrate you. As the colors swirl and spin, there's definitely beauty in this place, but it's also in those around you, and the memories will live in our hearts forever.
Dollywood, love every moment.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Hi, my name is Everest and I'm from Walker Valley High School. Vaping nicotine has become a serious issue in our schools. Over 40% of high school students have reported that they have used a vape, and the number is only rising. It's time to escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
We're going to draw out a winner here at 8 a.m., and that person will win 4 passes at the Mayfield Farm Park. Final weekend, Mayfield Farm Park had their biggest year ever there in Athens. Michael Mayfield, Scotty Mayfield. And it's a great place, great fall tradition. So if you want to win, text or call your favorite Halloween candy, 423-614-6499. And do that now, and then we'll put you in the drawing. We'll put you in the drawing for the 4 passes to Mayfield Farm Park. Coming up, Kristen, Grisham.
Are you a busy family? Direct Primary Care Associates has helped the Rogers family and how they do medicine.
Direct Primary Care Associates has been a great support to our family. It's taken the doctor's office experience from a nightmare to a dream. I'm able to come in with all 3 of my kids. I'm seen in a timely manner by really professional, wonderful people.
Yeah, direct primary care has been great for us, whether it's a bump or a bruise or a gash on the arm, or whether it's a fever at night or a stomach ache. We're able to either text our doctors through the app and ask questions, or we're able to get an appointment relatively pretty quick and be able to be seen that same day or next day usually. And it's changed the way that we view medicine.
If you'd like to learn more about Direct Primary Care Associates, visit our website at directpca.com or call 423-650-4831.
Well, we like to think what makes Andrew Johnson make different is the way we work with our community and our customers. We also have a great staff with a lot of experience that we feel like can help you whatever your need is for banking. I love the community of it. Like I said, I was born and raised here. I've seen it grow, and I love our growth pattern. It's just a great place to live with friendly people that just make you feel at home.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can.
We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Want over-the-top selection and under-budget prices? Over 200 new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeeps, and Rams, all under budget. It's Jeep Adventure Days at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Get financing as low as 0% and discounts up to $12,000. Over 200 new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeeps, and Rams under budget. $12,000 off MSRP or 0% financing on new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokees. Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Ready? If you want cool lawyers in Southeast Tennessee to represent you, it's Logan Thompson. We're cool and we get results.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Fox Elementary. Jeremiah McDonald is 10 years old today, a student at Waterville Elementary. Chris Johnson is celebrating today. Also, Cindy Ramsey is 57 today. That is from her Hardee's family. And then Crystal Davis is celebrating today. This is Austin's favorite aunt, of course. So happy birthday to her today. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritapest.
He works in a family member every day.
Just about every day, yes.
God, he's a loser. I swear.
The volunteer Ritapest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list at Simmons Bank. They are now open in their new Cleveland location at the corner of Stewart Road and Keith Street. A big client and community appreciation event next Wednesday from 10 to 1.
All right, Bridget, tomorrow morning, our annual Halloween broadcast at the sweetest place in town, the Townhouse Bake Shop.
That's right.
You know what today is? You know
What?
what is it? Promo days or whatever. National Buy a Donut Day.
Okay.
Is today. Now, tomorrow morning, though, Commissioner Gilbert, and they'll all welcome us over there tomorrow. But no, it's like 20 years ago.
Yes, he'll have tons of candy for the kids. So come on by with them before school and load them up on the sugar.
Speaking of speaking of, good morning, teachers. You're welcome. Hey, speaking of candy, we're asking people what their favorite Halloween candy is. And so what are we hearing from the people out there?
That's right. So we heard from the entire Bledsoe family. So if you want to send your entire family's favorite, that is great. Brendan is Sour Patch Kids. Charlie is Reese Cups. And then Mom is Twix all day. And I believe that is Erica Bledsoe.
Twix made right here in Cleveland. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you for that. Also, our friend Jacob Bell, this is Lindsay's son. His favorite is Hershey's chocolate bar. She says he's an old-fashioned boy.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
And then I think we have one more somewhere here.
It was professional.
Yes.
Radio here.
That was the lady that already won the tickets.
No, the lady,
so,
yeah, we gave them to Jan Higgins.
Yes, that's right.
Because she told us what nougat was. Good job, Jan.
That's right.
I don't know Jan, but hey, you're my favorite person today. Favorite candy, Kristen Grisham, over to you.
Hi.
What's your favorite candy?
So I love a good Reese's cup, but I was listening to you on the way in.
Sorry to hear.
And by the way, congrats, you've left the 90s. I was bobbing my head. You got some good music going on. Yes, I found myself.
I love it. Good, nice.
So, no, but I heard what you said about the peanuts and the Hershey Kisses. I'm going to try it because I love a good salty sweet mix.
Salty sweet mix.
I love that.
Absolutely. And that's, so last night during the World Series, that's all I was doing. Just, M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, and Hershey Kisses.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
And Andrea, what about you? Favorite candy?
So when my boys bring in their bags of candy, I always get the Twix bars.
Oh.
Must make me a Clevelander, right?
See? Exactly. That is a wonderful Lee answer right there. Well, let's just in the spirit of this interview, let's keep going here. Lee Homecoming is this weekend.
Yes.
Andrea, my goodness, we love homecoming at Lee University.
Yes, we do. Homecoming is one of the best weekends of the year. We are so ready to host our alums. We even have families of current students that are coming to participate in homecoming just to be with their current students. So we're so excited about the folks that are planning to be with us on Friday and Saturday. We have a full schedule of events planned.
Kristen, that was funny. I left the 90s. That just hit me. I'm not fully awake right now. So anyway, Kristen, so look, you're now community engagement head at Lee University. So first of all, what does that mean?
So it means that I get to represent Lee in our great community, and I get to, have those relationships, or essablish those relationships, foster those relationships and partnerships in the community, and engage with the community. Cleveland is a wonderful place. And so Lee being involved in the community being involved in what's going on at Lee, it's such an important partnership. And so we're thankful, we're grateful, and I get to be a part of that. So it's super fun.
So how big is homecoming in that area, basically?
Yeah, so we have a couple of events going on through our homecoming weekend. The Volley for a Cure is always a great community event. Lots of support for our community, from our community members, and just a great night, a fun night. Also, we're having a golf tournament, a homecoming golf tournament on Friday at the Cleveland Country Club. We've received so much support and participation from alumni, but also community members. And so it's a fun event. And so this is the third year, I think.
Yes, third year.
And looking forward to that. And it's going to be a great weekend. It looks like the weather's going to be great for us. We're hoping.
It's a great opportunity to get people back on campus. And maybe there are some alums who have not been back to homecoming in a while. And it's a great way to get them back and say, hey, come on home.
It is. Right. It is. So many alumni in our community in Cleveland. So if you haven't been back in a while, here's your chance.
Yes,
come on.
Come home.
There's so much to do this weekend. And Andrea can tell you more about what's going on. But it's going to be buzzing this weekend.
It's
going to be buzzing.
That's great.
Yes. So we have.
Speaking of the 90s, man, that was a great time, Kristen. Man, don't come in here.
You're going to be using that one all day.
This is unbelievable. All right, Andrea, what do you got here? Let's highlight some items.
Let's talk about a few of the showcase events that we will have. So on Friday night, like Kristen said, Volley for the Cure in Walker Arena, 7 o'clock. Also in the Conn Center at 7 o'clock, we have Traditions of Lee, which is an overview of a few aspects of campus music. Obviously, we're so thankful for 30 years with Voices of Lee, 35 years with Symphonic Band, and a couple of other groups that we will showcase at that event. And then on Saturday morning, we have academic departments that have breakfast. We have local alums who are going to be recognized by their academic departments as Alumnus of the Year. So if you're living in Cleveland and haven't been back to campus, come join us on Saturday morning for breakfast with your former faculty members. And then the rest of the day we have athletic events. So much to come see and do.
Games now.
Yes.
So I got to call my friend Glenda Free. Morning, Glenda and Chris and your friend.
Yes.
And so Glenda says, "Hey, do you want to come and do the homecoming court at halftime?" But it's halftime of the men's game, I think.
Halftime of the men's game.
Andrea, when do I need to be there? Glenda didn't tell me anything.
The game starts at 2 o'clock, so.
Okay, I'll be there about 3. Is that about? Okay,
we'll work it out, Steve. We'll work it out.
So they're bringing me out of mothballs.
You expect roll the red carpet and just come in when you please, I'm sure, right? Yeah, just come on in.
Coffee ready.
I'm sure. Yeah. Water. What can we get? Evian. Come on, we'll be prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. Right here. There you go. There you go. So I want my parking place.
I'm sure. Okay.
Dr. Khan can forego his
golf cart. We'll get you on the golf cart.
With someone who can drive it. And we're going to unplug the golf cart.
Yeah, right. You're welcome. You're welcome. You have a funny story to tell. You survived. You survived.
She takes curves like Dale Earnhardt. And I thought I would be Dale Earnhardt, the senior, after that ride. Anyway, no, I'm going to come back and announce the homecoming court. I'm excited. I haven't done it in 20 years.
We're so excited to have you.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be great.
But it's such a great atmosphere, those games. It's just tremendous. And then throughout the evening,
Yes, we have a Symphonic Band 35th concert at 6 o'clock on Saturday night.
Bailey's coming tomorrow, and is that today?
Today.
Oh,
Today,
Bailey, Dr. Mark Bailey coming in.
He's coming this
morning.
Yay.
Wow.
You know, I was telling Bridget, in talking to Dr. Bailey and planning for these events for homecoming, so many of our local band directors are Lee alums. And so it just speaks to the instrumental music that we've had at Lee for the last 35 years and the impact that it's had on our local community.
And DZT, how old's DZT?
60 years of
60?
DZT.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
I know.
Now, you were in Sigma.
Right. I
Sigma
cannot
Music.
speak those words.
Yeah, don't even talk about
No.
that.
No.
Kristen says,
I
who
won't
cares?
go there.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Lee University homecoming is this weekend, so we're going to have a bunch of people in, Kristen,
Yeah.
from all
Yes,
over the
a lot.
place in here. Is that right?
So many,
Right
yeah.
here to Cleveland.
In Cleveland, and our very own, too.
That's
so
right.
come join us. There's so much to do, and we want to see you.
And your department is going to be doing a lot more as time goes on. You've got a lot of things coming up, so we'll be
Of
talking about
course.
those as we go on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very good. Andrea, how do people get all the information about Homecoming 2024?
Everything is on the Lee University website, so www.leeuniversity.edu. There is a banner at the top of the webpage that you can click for schedule, event information, and to register to attend.
Man, I tell you, it's going to be a great, great week. And Bridget doesn't care. And here's the thing. Bridget hates Lee.
No, she
went
does
to
not.
she
Stop
does.
it.
She went to MTSU, couldn't care less. Is that right?
I have 2 children at Lee University.
Uh-huh.
Very,
Still?
very thankful. Still.
There you
We're both
go.
still there, yeah.
Wow.
She supports Lee with those dollars. Yes, she does.
No. We'll wait till the check clears. Anyway, kind of like ties at Mount Olive, doesn't it, Bridget? Anyway. All right, at 7 before the hour. Thank you, ladies, very much.
Thank
Looking forward
you.
to it. Looking forward. It's going to be great.
Thank you.
All right. I'll tell you what. We'll come right back with more in just a second. Planning a wedding?
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Thank you, Cleveland and Bradley County, for supporting Vendor Realty for the last 55 years. More than ever, we are ready and prepared to help our community be home. The real estate market is changing and evolving, and the Vendor Realty family is ready to help navigate today's market by providing professional, knowledgeable, and resourceful advisors to help your dream of calling someplace home. For all things real estate, be home with Vendor Realty, 425 25th Street, 423-472-2173, vendor-realty.com.
MixTV.tv. There is breaking news this morning, and obviously it is a huge story, especially here in Cleveland, as the son of Life Care Centers of America founder Forrest Preston, his son Aubrey B. Preston, is filing for and seeking to become a conservator for his 91-year-old father, Forrest Preston. An attorney for Aubrey B. Preston said in a filing in Bradley County Chancery Court on Tuesday that his father's wife and her family have abused the elder Preston and financially exploited him. It continues from, now this is from Aubrey Preston's attorney, Gary Patrick, quote, Aubrey no longer had any choice but to seek this court's intervention, not just for Life Care's patients and employees, but most importantly, for the safety and well-being of his father, end quote. The complaint filed Tuesday accuses Preston's wife, Kim Nagayan Preston, along with her sister and brother, of collective abuse, neglect, exploitation, financial exploitation, and theft as his caretakers. And there will be much more on this story coming up in our news at the top of the hour. Other news this morning, early voting ends tomorrow. You can vote early today and tomorrow at 4 Bradley County sites. We can put those back up on the screen here. We had about 2,600 vote early yesterday, and we've had a rolling total of over 31,000 in Bradley County. You can vote early at Omega Center International, Urbane Road. That's the Perry Stone Ministry. Northeast Recreation Center on Berry Street. Bradley County Election Commission downtown, and the Bradley County Fire and Rescue Training Center. That's the former Waterville School on Dalton Pike. Vote early today, 9 to 6, tomorrow, 9 to 6. And Election Day is Tuesday, 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. So there you go. I want to bring Kristen Grisham back in. I think you wanted to add something to your comments earlier, which were so riveting.
Thank you. Oh, Steve, come on now.
Come on.
Come on. Steve, I just wanted to say, speaking of community, what a wonderful staple in the community Mr. Scott Taylor is. And I don't think this is breaking news by any means, but I just wanted to say, again, recognize Mr. Scott Taylor as our honorary alumnus of the year at Lee, and how proud we are of who he is and what he does for Cleveland and how he supports Cleveland and Lee, and we're super proud and excited to honor him in this way.
And what a heritage with Scott and Bank of Cleveland and Lee University.
Right, that's right.
That's incredible. Right. All right, we'll look forward to that this weekend also. All right, Bridget, let's tell you what, let's get a check of the streets right here. What's up?
Cleveland On-Time Traffic Report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning, and taking a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras, the interstate looking great as well. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-a-Pest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance, your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated, Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland. 423-339-3231.
Oh, Senator! Right now, take up to 5 years, no interest financing on Tempur-Pedic purchases. Only for a limited time this fall. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's favorite mattress store.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag, just $5.99, loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink, all for just $5.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck, it's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Did you know that 6,100 students under the age of 18 vape for their very first time every day? It's time to make a change. Escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
I love the Cleveland community because I think it's a very warm place to live. It's just a very friendly community, and you don't necessarily have to be born here to fit in. There's a lot of folks that move here and they fall in love with it. I feel like we make our customers feel valued by the way we treat them. We're very welcoming here. We get to know them. We learn their names. We learn their goals, and we try to meet all their financial needs, not just do one transaction with them.
Welcome to Infinity of Chattanooga. With an expansive inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Infinity products, make sure Infinity of Chattanooga is on your list of places to shop when it's time for your next vehicle. Sporty coupes, comfortable sedans, and spacious SUVs. Infinity of Chattanooga has it all. Shop online at infinityofchattanooga.com or take a test drive at Infinity of Chattanooga, just off I-75 at the Lee Highway exit.
Ready? If you want cool lawyers in Southeast Tennessee to represent you, it's Logan Thompson. We're cool and we get results.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
Hi, my name is Addison and I am from Bradley Central. Vaping nicotine has become a serious issue in our schools. Over 40% of high school students have reported that they have used a vape, and the number is only rising. It's time to escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
All right, for today, we'll have mainly cloudy skies. We could see some sun by afternoon and a slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 77 and a low of 62 this evening. For your Halloween tomorrow, mostly cloudy early in the day, partly cloudy by afternoon, very warm, a high of 78 and a low of 64. And then on Friday, rain showers during the morning and then cloudy skies in the afternoon with a high of 75. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 55 degrees. Taking a look at the Central Heat and Air Radar, things are looking great out there. This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Ken Beard, Dr. Brian Beard, and Dr. Baylor Terrell. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit them online at centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios. This is your home for the best mix, the best variety, and all the important information you need. Download the Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making the top of your house the best it can be. Visit bestbuymetalroofing.com.
The best mix, the best variety. WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign says more than 75,000 people showed up to hear a speech in Washington, D.C., saying it's time for a new generation of leadership, calling former President Trump a petty tyrant.
We are not a vessel for the schemes of wannabe dictators. The United States of America is the greatest idea humanity ever devised.
Former President Trump in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
It's in your hands. If we win Pennsylvania, we're going to win the whole deal.
Campaigns in North Carolina and Wisconsin. Today, Harris in North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. At least 51 people are dead in flooding in Spain, the Valencia region in the eastern part of the country, and rescue teams are still working to reach the worst hit areas. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
This half hour of Mix.
Right now, take up to 5 years, no interest financing on Tempur-Pedic purchases. Only for a limited time this fall. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's favorite mattress store.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature in Cleveland is brought to you by Milligan Vane.
Good morning, everyone. Local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. As we say good morning to you on a Wednesday morning. It's the 30th day of October. We have breaking news into Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv this morning, as the son of the longtime head of Cleveland-based Life Care Centers of America is seeking to become a conservator for his 91-year-old father, Forrest Preston. An attorney for Aubrey B. Preston said in a filing in Bradley County Chancery Court that his father's wife and her family members have abused the elder Preston and financially exploited him. The story in the Chattanooga Times Free Press this morning, written by Mike Perry, said, quote, and this is a quote from Chattanooga attorney Gary Pantrick, Aubrey no longer had any choice but to seek this court's intervention, not just for Life Care's patients and employees, but most importantly for the safety and well-being of his father, end quote. Forrest Preston founded Life Care Centers of America in 1970 and is one of the wealthiest Tennesseans. Forbes puts his net worth at more than $1 billion. The complaint filed on Tuesday accuses Preston's wife, Kim Nagayan Preston, along with her sister and brother, of collective abuse, neglect, exploitation, financial exploitation, and theft as his caretakers.
The complaint said the three were named for their conspiracy and civilly aiding and abetting one another to misappropriate Forrest Preston's assets in violation of the Tennessee Adult Protection Act. The complaint filed together with a petition for conservatorship. Preston was reached by phone by the Chattanooga Times Free Press. He said he did not know the complaint was coming and said, quote, "It all hit today. When you have blood against blood, it's a stupid thing to do. It sounds like the whole world is ending, but not so," end quote. The company did not, I should say, we have received now an update statement from LifeCare. In response, LifeCare Centers of America released a statement to us here saying, quote, "LifeCare is aware of a recently filed legal matter involving its CEO and chairman and owner, Forrest L. Preston." LifeCare's president, Todd Fletcher, remarks, quote, "Regardless of any legal proceedings, LifeCare's leadership and associates both in Cleveland and around the nation remain committed to fulfilling their mission of providing excellent care to the residents and the communities they serve," end quote. Court papers call the elder Preston, quote, "a mentally and physically disabled man requiring the court's intervention." The complaint said that Preston in 2018 married his current wife, who was decades younger, was his caretaker 18 months after his wife died while he was dependent on opioids and Valium. And then, according to the complaint, quote, "In the years that followed, Kim Preston, who immigrated from Vietnam with her siblings, progressively isolated Forrest from his family, friends, and others who love and care for him," end quote. And the complaint says instead of protecting Preston, the three were accused of unlawfully enriching themselves, acquiring millions of dollars of real estate through him, along with substantial cash. The complaint said that Preston's wife and her siblings are, quote, "practiced fraudsters and have a history of grifting that spans decades," end quote. The filing said the elder Preston solely owns LifeCare, which employs more than 30,000 people nationally. It said Preston's, quote, "disabilities have opened the door for Kim Preston and her family to dangerously disrupt operations and drain cash and assets," end quote. According to the story this morning, his wife and her siblings have injected themselves into LifeCare board meetings. It said she, quote, "regularly terrorizes and threatens LifeCare employees with a show of power and control," end quote. The complaint said that Preston has suggested that his wife, without relevant education or any known experience operating a business, is likely his succession plan. The filing said that Forrest Preston is believed to have dementia and other cognitive defects that make him unable to manage his own resources, carry out daily activities of living, or protect himself from neglect. The Chattanooga Times Free Press said they tried to reach Kim Preston, but were unable to reach her. Early voting in Tennessee wraps up tomorrow. So far, 31,741 people have voted in Bradley County. You can vote early for the final 2 days, today and tomorrow. The sites are the following: the Omega Center International, that's the Perry Stone Ministry on Urbane Road; Northeast Recreation Center on Berry Street; Bradley County Election Commission office on Broad downtown; and the Bradley County Fire and Rescue Training Center on Dalton Pike. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. today and tomorrow. Election Day Tuesday, 8 to 8. We have a special broadcast, of course, election night presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm. All right, that is the very latest news. But right now, we're going to be joined by State Senator Adam Lowe. Good morning, Senator. How are you?
Good morning, Steve.
You've got a very special event planned tonight. Tell us about
Absolutely. A special thank you to Dr. Andy White and Cleveland State Community College for hosting. We have a very rare occurrence, which the State Board of Education, or members thereof, We'll be in town, and we'll be doing a symposium with our directors of schools, Dr. Linda Cash and Dr. Jeff Elliott. We have Robert Ebby, who's going to be here, and Nathan James, both from the Board of Education. Now, you may say, well, Adam, what's special about it? It is a unique moment because normally they work just directly with schools. So when they come to town, they're going to work with the school systems, with the directors, with boards of education. But it's a rare occurrence where they have been compelled, I don't know by who, but to actually kind of get in front of some folks in the public and talk a little bit about education reform, where education's going in the state of Tennessee with public ed, to get our directors' feedback on that. So it's just really an opportunity for folks to see a little bit into the future. In fact, it's called Forward in Education, and it will be at Cleveland State Community College in the Humanities Building, room 107. So they have a nice theater there in the Humanities Building. Yep. And so we're very excited to have that panel. I'll be moderating tonight, so the questions will be good. And so, but very excited. If you're a parent of a student, if you're a teacher, an educator, or you're just in general concerned about the state of education in Tennessee, this is a good thing to come to.
It's we're joined by State Senator Adam Lowe. It really, truly is a rare opportunity. You really don't see the State Board of Education out in public like this. So, like you said, we have parents, grandparents, educators. Man, this is a great chance tonight.
It is. You know, we work closely with them as legislators, and they come before us with policy. But it is very, very difficult nowadays to have an intelligent discussion around education reform and policy. The political capital of public education it's apparent, and there are people who are paid very, very well to weaponize any issue around public education, to incite parents, to make them afraid, to get teachers worked up, to do all of those things politically, because the political capital of education at the ballot box is there. It's present. And the purpose is not to get people to the ballot box just to make education better. It's just to use that lever to get them to the ballot box to gain power to do a whole bunch of other things. This moment tonight is us saying, push aside all of that nonsense. We get key stakeholders regarding education in the state of Tennessee, both locally and at the state level, including our directors of schools, in a space, and we're going to have a measured, thoughtful discussion on where education is, where it's been going, and where it will go in the coming years.
And so remind us of the details, Senator.
Yeah, Cleveland State Community College Humanities Building. We'll start promptly at 6 o'clock. It'll run no later than 7:30. That's my job. To cut it off at 7:30.
That's the moderator.
Yeah, it's my job. It's to keep us on time. So we'll get you out of there at 7:30. But yeah, just show up. There's no cost to this event. It's free. Park anywhere you can close to the Humanities Building. Come on in for that event. And again, symposium. Some people have asked, will there be time for question and answers? We have kind of taken the questions beforehand, but there will be some time to interact with those members, and we may take a few there in the room, but it really is a time for us to hear from them and for them to kind of ebb and flow. Constructive discussions around what we're going to do for our children. Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah. Imagine having those, Steve.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. We're doing it in District 1. We're going to do it here in Bradley County.
You are, it's a great thing that you're facilitating tonight, and a rare opportunity. Senator Adam Lowe, Senator, thanks so much.
Thanks, Steve.
We appreciate it. All right, we'll come back in just a moment.
Hi, it's Medicare Misty again with Medicare Minutes. It is...
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Want over-the-top selection and under-budget prices? over 200 new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeeps, and Rams, all under budget. It's Jeep Adventure Days at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Get financing as low as 0% and discounts up to $12,000. Over 200 new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeeps, and Rams under budget. $12,000 off MSRP or 0% financing on new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokees. Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Yeah, they're gonna need to call Logan Thompson.
Give me Logan Thompson.
Logan Thompson.
I'm gonna need Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson. Don't worry, dear. We have Logan Thompson. I gotta call Logan Thompson.
Logan Thompson!
If you want cool lawyers in Southeast Tennessee to represent you, it's Logan Thompson. We're cool and we get results.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah.
My dad says our new Linux system.
All right, for today, partly cloudy skies today, a slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 77 and a low of 62 this evening. For tomorrow, for your Halloween, mostly cloudy early in the day, partly cloudy by afternoon, and very warm, a high of 78 and a low of 64. And then on Friday, rain showers during the morning, cloudy during the afternoon with a high of 75. Your current Milligan main temperature is 56 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, things are looking great out there.
Hey, are the radars working?
They sure are.
Hey, radars are working, everybody. Good, good. All right, now, 21 after 8.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
Independent Insulation Services is hiring experienced insulation installers. Call us at 423-716-3762. Now, back to the music.
Mix 1041.
Traffic dies.
Good morning, and of course, happy Wednesday to you. We're halfway through the work week. Tomorrow's Halloween. The fall foliage is starting to show up. Pretty good time of the year, if you ask me. Here's a look at the South Chickamauga Creek Gorge taken by Local 3 Sky. You can see the reds, the yellows, the oranges. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to that peak color here across portions of North Georgia and even Southeast Tennessee. And here's your latest forecast fall foliage map from Explore Fall. This was posted yesterday. You can see we'll be heading into the November 4th time frame here. And a lot of these areas along the spine of the southern Appalachians now past peak color. But here in Southeast Tennessee and North Georgia, we're getting closer to that high to even peak color. So over the next couple of days, especially into this weekend, I encourage you to go to places like North Georgia, along the Cumberland Plateau, even here in the valley, to check out some of that fall foliage, because before too long, it'll be all gone. So get those photos, send them in, weather at local3news.com. Heading into your weekend, we also fall back to standard time we go. Saturday, your sunrise, 8:03, sunset, 6:45, and then we flip the clocks back at Sunday at 2 a.m. and your sunrise is going to be 7:04 and sunset 5:44. So you will gain that extra hour of sleep, but you will lose that hour of daylight as you're getting off work each evening. But again, no one's going to complain about that extra hour of sleep. Here's a look at your temperatures. 61 in Blue Ridge stepping out, same for Chattanooga. So it is not a cool, crisp fall morning. It's very mild out there, even a little humid. And as we get into your afternoon, highs going to top out around 78 in Athens, 76 in Cleveland, and 72 in Altamont. Winds will also pick up out of the south-southeast, gusting up to 20, maybe even 25 miles per hour. So here's a look at your hour by hour. A lot of cloud cover today. Winds picking up through the afternoon. And notice we'll have about a 20% chance of a shower between about 12 and 4 p.m. So during the afternoon, there's going to be maybe enough moisture for a few of you to pick up a few showers. Not going to be anything widespread, but it is possible. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But temperatures moving forward, again, a lot of red has been showing up in our temperature trend map. And that's going to be the story heading right into November. November. Above normal temperatures looking likely, and no cool down on the way. I mean, 75 on Friday, but the first couple of days of November, anywhere from the upper 70s to lower 80s. So not really getting that November feel just yet. We will have a front coming through. That's going to give us some rain Thursday night into Friday, but right now the front is way off to our
House Bake Shop. We're going to be there starting at 6. Bring your children by before school tomorrow. They can get free candy, plus they'll be able to reach in, dip in there, and grab some change, like Scotty likes to do that, like they used to. Tomorrow morning, 6 to 9 at Townhouse Bake Shop. All right, Bridget, let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list.
Okay, happy birthday to Oliver Queen. He is 6 years old today and a student at Black Fox Elementary. Jeremiah McDonald is 10 years old today, a student at Waterville Elementary. Chris Johnson is celebrating today. Cindy Ramsey is 57 today. That is from her Hardee's family. Crystal Davis is having a birthday today. This is Austin's favorite aunt. And then John Burns is having a birthday today. That is with love from the Austin family. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritapest mix line 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank is now open at the corner of Stewart Road and Keith Street here in Cleveland. They're having a big client and community appreciation event next Wednesday from 10 to 1.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at loganthompsonlaw.com. And there is breaking news this morning in the Chattanooga Times Free Press, and Mike Perry reports that Aubrey Preston, the son of Life Care Centers of America founder Forrest Preston, is seeking court intervention to become his father's conservator. Court documents filed in Bradley County Chancery Court allege abuse and financial exploitation of Preston, who is 91, by his wife Kim Preston and her siblings. They're accused of manipulating Forrest Preston and acquiring substantial assets, including real estate. The filing claims that this misconduct jeopardizes Life Care's stability, which employs over 30,000 people nationwide. Aubrey Preston's attorney, Gary L. Patrick, said, quote, that Aubrey Preston's driven by concerns for his father's well-being and the company's future. The case highlights long-standing family tensions. And Kim Preston the Times tried to reach her, and she could not be reached. Life Care Centers of America has released a statement this morning that, quote, Life Care is aware of a recently filed legal matter involving its CEO, chairman, and owner, Forrest L. Preston. Life Care President Todd Fletcher said, quote, regardless of any legal proceedings, Life Care's leadership and associates, both in Cleveland and around the country, remain committed to fulfilling their mission of providing excellent care to the residents in the communities in which they serve, end quote. And another news item this morning, early voting wraps in Tennessee tomorrow in Bradley County. You can vote today and tomorrow, final 2 days of early voting, 9 to 6 both days at the 4 Bradley County early voting sites, OCI Urbane Road, Bradley County Election Commission downtown, Northeast Recreation Center on Berry Street, and the Bradley County Fire and Rescue Training Center on Dalton Pike. Of course, Election Day is Tuesday. Polls open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We're on the air with our Election Night Special, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm.
This news update is brought to you by Wright Pediatric Dentistry, now open in Cleveland on Paul Huff Parkway behind McAllister's, accepting new patients. Call Wright Pediatric Dentistry at 423-910-3055.
Our buddy Chris Young is here with Health Markets. Chris, how in the world are you?
I'm doing great this morning. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. You've also got an NIL with Just Love Coffee and Brad Emmendorfer. Is that, you better get a free one for this. No, turn it around. We can see it.
Okay, we'll just show it
There you
off.
go,
Yep.
right there. Right there. My goal is to get a free coffee for you from Brad Emmendorfer.
All right, I'll take it.
All right.
Any sort of free caffeine in the mornings, especially now, is what more than
All
welcome.
right, and tell us why that is. Tell us how busy you are right now at Health Markets. What's going on?
So as I'm sure a lot of people are aware, like we're in the middle of the Medicare enrollment period, and there are so many changes going on with that. I'm busy sitting down with my existing clients and just, going through, because, a lot of changes have been happening with them. And then health insurance enrollment starts actually on Friday. And there's a lot
Tell me what that means. That doesn't get the attention, I don't think, of the other, for just the layperson, Tell me about that.
So what that is starting November 1st, and it actually runs through January 15th, but a January 1st effective date needs to be done by the 15th of December, and that's for people who are under 65 who need health insurance. It's, a lot of people are fortunate. They've got insurance through their employers. They've got insurance. Some people still get to stay on their parents' health insurance till they're 26, so they're not usually worrying about that sort of stuff. But it's just really confusing, especially with a lot of the network changes that have happened with the different carriers in our area. There's been, we know that some hospitals have changed ownerships here in Cleveland, and there's a lot of confusion around that. And also some of the rules as far as how you can get affordable health insurance, a lot of those rules have changed this year. So this is just, in addition to it being an election year, there's just also a lot of changes around health insurance and health care. So a lot of people don't realize that, they don't have to go it alone. They don't have to call a 1-800 number to get some person in Kentucky who can't suggest a plan. They can only help with an application. They can actually talk to somebody who's, be able to say, okay, you want to go with this plan and here's why. Cheaper is not always better, but more expensive is not always better. So it's, it's an individual sort of thing.
Well, that's what I was going to point out. We're joined by Chris Young with Health Markets, because you literally have hundreds of companies and you can customize, that you represent, and you can customize a plan for people. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we'll take, I sit down, I've got a process that I go through where I'm just asking some questions. Usually that first part takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how many questions individuals have. I usually joke, I'm perfectly fine with you interrupting me. I have 3 kids. They're all ages 8 and under, so I'm used to being interrupted. And when we're going through that, and then that helps me decide, exactly which which plan to recommend, which carrier to recommend. And when we get done, we make a decision. It's a group effort. It's not get on this plan. It's, which is going to work best for you guys. And then from there, it's, here's the pros and the cons of it. Sometimes I love to be the hero and walk in and here's a super cheap insurance plan that's going to cover all your things and get you all your doctors. If it's not in the cards, you at least know going out what changes need to be made in the next few weeks. So that way, starting January 1st, you're all set and you don't have to worry about being behind the 8 ball with your insurance plan.
All right. Well, Chris, it's Chris Young with Health Markets. Chris, how do people get in touch with you and go ahead and get the process started?
So you can call me on my cell, 423-313-7987. We've actually adjusted it this year to where if I'm in an appointment and you don't get a hold of me, it automatically rings over to my assistant, Angela. So if a lady answers, if you called me, but it's a lady, it's Angela. She'll get you taken care of and scheduled. Or you can email me at cyoung@healthmarkets.com.
Our buddy Chris Young. Chris, good to see you again. It's been a while.
It has been a little while. I'm looking forward to it, even though you thoroughly embarrassed me by I got to listen to you.
Oh, what happened? No, tell that story.
Yeah, so what was it, about 7:20 this morning?
7:20.
I don't even know what led up to it, but you said, hey, turn it up, and so I turned.
That's what I said right here.
Yeah, exactly. And I should have known better than to listen to you, and I turned it up, and the person sitting next to me gave me the weirdest look.
Yeah, don't ever listen to me, Chris. Chris Young at Health Markets. Hey, do that. Oh, yeah, now,
there
baby.
We go.
Come on now. Turn it all the way up. Give me that phone number again, Chris.
Phone number 423-313-7987.
All right.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by the Vascular Institute and Vein Clinic. October is Stroke Awareness Month. Did you know that peripheral artery disease increases your risk for stroke? At the Vascular Institute of Chattanooga, they specialize in diagnosing and treating PAD to reduce your risk for stroke and other serious conditions. A simple health guard screening can provide answers. What are the signs of stroke you shouldn't ignore? Think fast. Face. Is there facial movement only on one side? Arms. Does one arm not raise normally? Speech. Is there a presence of slurred speech? And time. If answered yes to the other questions, dial 911. This October, take action. Call the Vascular Institute of Chattanooga at 423-602-2750 or visit vascularinstituteofchattanooga.com and let them help protect your future. VIC is the only vascular practice that welcomes self-referrals, offers timely appointments, and has 5 convenient locations.
Maybe it began with a little girl following a kaleidoscope of butterflies to a place beyond her dreams. But then it became a real kaleidoscope that you can walk and fly through, where we don't just welcome you, we celebrate you. As the colors swirl and spin, there's definitely beauty in this place, but it's also in those around you, and the memories will live in our hearts forever.
Dollywood, love every moment.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything bright. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Thank you, Cleveland and Bradley County, for supporting Bender Realty for the last 55 years. More than ever, we are ready and prepared to help our community be home. The real estate market is changing and evolving, and the Bender Realty family is ready to help navigate today's market by providing professional, knowledgeable, and resourceful advisors to help your dream of calling someplace home. For all things real estate, be home with Bender Realty, 425 25th Street, 423-472-2173, bender-realty.com.
Feel everybody up in Athens. So it's become a fall tradition for everybody. So if you want to win, call or text what's your favorite Halloween candy. And Jennifer Higgins, our MVP of the, you know what, I'll start doing this, MVP of the morning. I'm going to create that right now because I asked the question an hour ago. I said, well, because somebody said their favorite candy was Three Musketeers and what was the other one? Milky Way?
Yes, I believe so.
So I said, what is nougat? You have that where you could get that? Because I think everybody wonders this morning, what is nougat? Jennifer Higgins. Is it Jennifer Higgins?
Jan Higgins.
I know what Jennifer Higgins, but Jan Higgins said what?
It's a chewy confection made from sugar or honey, nuts, whipped egg whites, and sometimes candied fruit.
So here's the thing. Because she went the extra mile, she also received 4 tickets to Mayfield Farm Park.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Because a bunch of you hangers-on and a bunch of you leeches, you're not going to do anything for us. You're going to sit there and make fun of Bridget. And I'm tired of this. But, hey, what's her name, Jan?
Jan Higgins.
Jan Brady. Jan Higgins Brady. Brady Higgins. Hey, Jan, you're the MVP of the morning. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. All right.
Okay.
Oh, Roger.
Okay, back to you.
Right now, take up to 5 years, no interest financing on Tempur-Pedic purchases. Only for a limited time this fall. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's favorite mattress store.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
All right, for today, partly cloudy skies, a slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 77 and a low of 62 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy early in the day and then partly cloudy later in the afternoon. Very warm, a high of 79 and a low of 64. Mark Smith says to slap you. And then on Friday, cloudy skies.
Well, he's obviously, look at his face. He's been slapped a lot in his life, hasn't he? Yeah, you want to play? Yeah, we want to play, McSmith?
Oh, goodness.
Let's do it, baby. Come on now, baby.
Rain early in the day on Friday with a high of 74. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 56 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, things are looking great out there.
Now, I will say, I helped him get Coke Zero at all of his McDonald's restaurants, so, you're welcome.
He says you had nothing to do with that.
Yeah. He looks like he's been slapped around. Just look at him. All right, it is 20. It's 20 before. Hey, bar him from. Hey, Sheridan, lock the door. My rotator cuff's hurting. We don't want to scare the children. All right.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Life Care Center of Cleveland, celebrating more than 45 years of serving the needs of this aging community. Life Care Center of Cleveland.
Can detect breast cancer early when it's most treatable. The Mary Ellen Locher Breast Center has locations in Chattanooga, Hickson, Ottawa, and Ringgold. In addition to traditional 2D mammography, all of their centers offer tomosynthesis, a type of 3D technology which improves visibility and cancer detection in women who have dense breasts. Call 423-495-4040 to schedule your screening mammogram.
All right, it's the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, hello, human kindness. Sports sponsored in part by Solutions Finance of Tennessee. See my friend Ricky Hens and Greg Redmond, everybody at Solutions Finance. I guess what used to be called the Cook's Food Store Plaza, soon to be the home of Ace Hardware in Cleveland. As a matter of fact, here in just a few days. World Series Game 4. The New York Yankees stave off elimination last night, 11-4 over the Los Angeles Dodgers. At Yankee Stadium, Dodgers lead 3-1. Freddie Freeman, we remember Freddie as an Atlanta Brave. Well, he had a home run in his 6th consecutive World Series game. This dates back to when the Braves won the World Series in 2021. That breaks the record for home runs in consecutive World Series games. So now they'll play Game 5 of the World Series tonight, 8:08 on ESPN Cleveland 101.3, presented locally by George Gray, Allstate Insurance, and on Fox Television. Hey, what do you want? I don't need any trouble from you. We have Representative Howell, Mark Smith. What do you want? I told him to lock the door. Come on, come on. Just tell me whatever you got. He just drove in here.
You threw a challenge down, so I'm here.
Well,
let's go.
You're scaring Bridget with your
I'm
text.
not scaring Bridget. Bridget doesn't like you, okay? You just pay her paycheck, okay?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
That's
very
true.
What do you jog over here? What are you doing?
Huh?
What do you jog over here?
I have a little chilly outside. I have a sweatshirt on for the Redderman Show Scholarship Fund.
Oh. So what's happening
if
with
you
that?
could read, it's an embarrassment that you actually went to Cleveland High School.
I went to Cleveland High School, so whatever.
Well, no, that explains it. No, that doesn't explain it. He's an embarrassment as a graduate. So
yeah, really.
We unfortunately have to claim him.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now, what was he mad about? What did he say?
No, you were going off on people and your listeners and that, and I just told her that she needed to put you back in line.
They're a bunch of jerks. Control. I mean, these people don't care. What do they care? We're here for them every day, and by the way, we're free, and they get what they pay for. So,
I don't know.
And here now, Dan Howell's a professional broadcaster, former broadcaster, now in the state legislature.
I know.
He's here. And,
what am I doing here?
Exactly. Exactly.
He's here to tell you to vote. That's what he's here to tell you to do.
That's right.
He's not in my district, so I can't vote.
Hey, look, you got the Coke Zero at McDonald's.
You had nothing to do with that.
I single-handedly went to Coca-Cola.
You had absolutely zero. You had as much to do getting Coke Zero as we did putting a man on the moon. You had zero.
All right, get out. It's over. Bye. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Stay away. Good to see you.
Do us a favor, go play in traffic.
Ball calls tonight, 8 o'clock. Speaking of Mark Smith, on Mix 104.1, presented by TVFCU. Big congratulations, Walker Valley Lady Mustangs. They won the Region 3 A5K. Their third in a row. And so there you go. Well, right now we are joined by, officially, State Representative Dan Howell.
That was interesting.
Well, look, you never know.
Anything can happen on the morning show with Stephen Bridges.
You just never know. Well, listen, I do want to, first of all, welcome you. And then, a question I'm sure that you get sometimes is, hey, what does a state representative do? And I'll ask you that here this morning.
Okay, well, thank you, Steve. Thanks for inviting me, by the way.
Absolutely.
It's always fun to come in, and I enjoy talking to my constituents because a lot of them listen to you.
I'm sorry.
And I think that's a good thing.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's all I say. I'm sorry.
I get that question a lot, Steve. What does a representative do? Of course, you know that we are elected, and the name describes itself. We are representative. And what does that involve? Some people think it's just going to Nashville and pushing the red or green button to vote yes or no on certain legislation that we might bring to the House and Senate. And we only meet, we're a citizen legislature, of course, is the way the Founding Fathers founded it. And so we meet usually first Tuesday in January through the end of April, and we pass legislation. The most important thing we do by Constitution is we have to pass a balanced budget. So in that sense, that's what we do. But the job encompasses much more than that. And I was rehearsing some things that had happened to me over my tenure as a representative the other day with my wife, and she said, you need to talk about that. Mm-hmm. And I've got enough stories I could probably write a book, but I won't do that, not today. But I'll give you a couple of examples if we have time.
Oh, absolutely, please.
You know our friend Ruthie Forgey.
Oh, yes.
Isn't she a great
Ruthie
lady?
Forgey.
She's a great lady.
One of our favorite people.
If you don't know Ruthie, she is the director of the Cleveland Salvation Army. Does a fantastic job, not only in Cleveland, Bradley County, but she expands out into Polk County and some of the surrounding counties. About 6 years ago, I wasn't a freshman anymore. I've been there. I'm going into my sixth term, by the way.
I was going to ask you, yeah. Wow.
And about 6 years ago, Ruthie called me one morning, and I had known Ruthie for years. And she said, Dan, there's a young man I'd like for you to meet, and which is not unusual. I get calls. People say, I want you to meet this guy and hear his story. So I said, sure. We set up a coffee, and this young man came in, and never seen him before in my life. He looked to be about, I think he's in his early 30s now, but at that time he might have been in his late 20s, maybe 30 years old. I won't mention his name, but she said, Dan, I want you to just listen to this young man's story. So I did. And he revealed to me that he was a felon, that when he was 17 years old, he fell in with the wrong crowd, that he had never done any violent crime, but he had gotten in with the wrong crowd. He had smoked marijuana, and to feed his habit, he had stolen some checks and wrote some bad checks, and then he had stolen some other things to sell, and just to feed his habit. And he was arrested, of course. And the interesting part to me was kind of revealed the guy's heart. When he was brought to trial, he asked the judge, he said, please go ahead and send me to prison so I can get straightened out. So he served about 2.5 years in prison. He gets out of prison. Of course, he has a felony on his record and couldn't get a job. And I asked him, we talked about his skill level, what his aptitude was. Come to find out, he had a great aptitude for mechanical engineering, but he couldn't get a job anywhere except just menial work. And by this time, he was in his late 20s, early 30s, and he wanted to, he said, Dan, I can't even support a girlfriend. I can't support a family. He said, I can't buy a house. I can't get a job because of this felony. And with Ruthie as a character witness, I began to get a little more involved with the guy, and we decided that we would, as Ruthie said, nothing ventured, nothing gained. All they can do is say no. So we decided we would petition the state parole board and ask the governor for a pardon. Now, this was a process. It's not just something you do overnight. Had to compile a lot of documents, a lot of letters and characters of reference. So we actually made it to the point of getting on the schedule for the state parole board. And I went with him and testified on his behalf before the parole board. The parole board, thankfully, within about a month, notified him that they had unanimously recommended a full pardon to the governor, to Governor Haslam at that time. And so time rocked on. Those things take a little time. And on the very last day of Governor Bill Haslam's administration, Bill Lee was going to be sworn in the very next day. On the very last day of Bill Haslam's administration, he signed the order of a full pardon for this young man. Wow. It was a red-letter day for him. It changed his life. And that young man now, well, let me tell you a little bit more. So after that, the felony's gone, full pardon. He goes to school, graduates summa cum laude. He is now working for NASA in Huntsville, Alabama. Wow. Has a beautiful wife. I've met his wife. Beautiful wife, living his best life right now because, his representative, and I'm not saying I'm the only one that does this. I'm saying this is what representatives do. Our job is to represent the people of our district, and sometimes they have different issues. It could be an insurance problem. I had a situation just recently in another county that I represent. A constituent was told that he had to show proof of insurance on his RV. He wasn't driving the RV, but he did tag it, and he had insurance, and he was using it in his mountain property for camping. So he gets this letter, and they said, you got to show proof of insurance. So he did. He sent him his insurance. That wasn't good enough for them for some reason. Somebody in Nashville decided they wanted something more, so they send out a deputy sheriff to double-check his paperwork. The deputy sheriff looks at it. He said, well, I've got an RV. You've got exactly what I have, so you're fine. That wasn't enough. Revenue sends out one of their agents to look at his RV. They crawl under the RV, write all the numbers down on the frame. He crawls back out and says, sir, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your RV has been stolen. Not once, but twice. And the guy's like, what? I just bought this thing. I've got my bill of sale. I bought it 3 years ago. It's an old RV. And they said, well, the only way you can get this thing legally licensed and tagged is if you go back to the original manufacturer and get a letter of consent from them that you're okay. And so he tries that. We'll come to find out the manufacturer got out of business 24 years ago. Whoa. So what does he do? He's caught in that, I call it the black hole vortex of bureaucracy. So that's what a representative does. We try to get people out of that. So I contact the Department of Revenue, talked to the government liaison, and sent them all the information. And I said, I don't know what you need to do or what you can do, but this gentleman needs help. He's an honest, upstanding citizen. He comes with really good references, and he did not steal this RV. So over a period of time, it took about 2 weeks, I get a call from the Department of Revenue that said, well, what we have decided to do is issue him a new title with a new VIN number, and he's good to go. That's kind of what people do.
We're joined by Representative Dan Howell, and you are running for re-election.
I am running again.
And why? Why do you want to keep doing it?
People ask me that, and I told someone the other day, well, I feel like kind of God put me in a mission field because you get to help people. It's not going to Nashville and serving in the same hall where David Crockett or President Polk or Andrew Jackson served, in the same room where I serve. But it's being able to get up in the morning and know that that day may present you an opportunity to help somebody, just like the two that I just described. And I'm not the only representative that does those things. That's what representatives do, is represent the needs and the problems of their constituents. So that's why I'm running.
Dan Howell, how can people get more information about your campaign?
Well, I have a website, dan4tn.com. And I have a Facebook page. Just look up Representative Dan Howell on Facebook, and there I am.
All right. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Representative Dan Howell, and we'll come right back with more in just a moment. Solutions Finance of Tennessee, your hometown lender. Locally owned and operated. Loans for used cars, motorcycles, ATVs, home improvement, furniture and appliance purchases, and other worthwhile purpose. Solutions Finance. Keith Street, phone 339-6772. Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, home of the $295 payment on new 2024 Nissan Versa.
Right now, take up to 5 years, no interest financing on Tempur-Pedic purchases. Only for a limited time this fall. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's favorite mattress store.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
At Basement and Crawl Space Solutions, we take pride in helping our neighbors protect the foundations of their homes. Now, we're excited to announce our partnership with USS. Together, we bring additional resources and over 30 years experience serving Tennessee homeowners.
We can tackle bigger challenges and deliver even better results. But with the same local team, our customers know and trust.
And we're ready to protect Chattanooga homes now more than ever.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag. Just $5.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $5.99. Hardee's. Goodness in the making.
Mixed Mornings on Mixed TV is Southeast Tennessee's best way to stay informed about local news, sports, weather, and community events, as well as traffic conditions. Plus, you'll never miss a minute of the latest whimsical banter and rants by the one and only Steve Hartline. Who wrote this promo? Never miss a minute. Mixed Mornings on MixedTV.tv. Weekdays 7 to 9. MixedTV.tv. I'm going to find out who wrote this.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Did you know that a large number of student athletes vape, thinking it will give them a boost in performance? But you can't play if you can't breathe. Escape the Vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Right now, take up to 5 years, no interest financing on Tempur-Pedic purchases. Only for a limited time this fall. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's favorite mattress store.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
At Basement and Crawl Space Solutions, we're excited to announce our partnership with USS. Together, we bring additional resources and over 30 years experience.
We can tackle bigger challenges and deliver even better results to protect Chattanooga homes now more than ever.
Call USS.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Michael Mayfield, his son. And so if you want to win, all you got to do is text or call, what is your favorite Halloween candy? And that's our question this morning, getting ready for Halloween tomorrow. Big day tomorrow, obviously, and especially in the Cleveland area. The block party tomorrow night, everything happening. We're at Townhouse Bake Shop, our annual Halloween morning broadcast tomorrow morning. We'll be there starting at 6 at the Townhouse Bake Shop with Commissioner Scotty Gilbert. So looking forward to that. But call or text, call the volunteer, Red Pass Mix Line, 423-614-6499, or text our Cleveland State Cougar line, 614-6499. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Dr. Mark Bailey, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Hershey's dark chocolate.
Okay, that's, you know what, that's been, somebody said that earlier.
Yeah.
Somebody said earlier. Well, we've invited Dr. Bailey in this morning to talk about a very big event, part of Lee Homecoming, the Lee University Symphonic Band reunion. Is that right?
That's correct.
Tell me about this.
Well, it's hard to believe. It's been quite a ride, but I came to Lee in 1989 with the charge to build the band program at Lee. So this is my 35th anniversary concert. My first concertmaster, clarinet player, is going to be playing in this on Saturday night, so that's good, as well as many others. And it's really sort of great to see what has happened in instrumental music and with the symphonic band jointly together. When I started, we were the show, basically. But we had to build enough interest in instrumental music for the program to grow. So as we had more students that came. Alan Wyatt came to do the jazz program, and then Doug Warner was hired to do low brass, and then Andy Harnsberger came to do our percussion and has probably the best percussion ensemble of any Christian college in America. David Holsinger came to do the wind ensemble. Now he's retired, and we've hired Josh Pace, and you need to come to that concert next month and watch the wind ensemble because he's doing an incredible job with that group. Amy Humbert is a brand new clarinet instructor, and she is revolutionizing our clarinet studio just since she's been there. Her and her husband, Jesse McConnell, does our tuba instruction now. Both of them are doing incredible jobs for us. All of these people are here because we had to start with developing the instrumental program so it could become what I think is one of the best Christian college instrumental programs in the United States, and maybe one of the best instrumental programs as far as our graduates go in the United States.
We're joined by Dr. Mark Bailey, the big reunion concert, 35 years for Dr. Bailey, Saturday night, 6 o'clock at the Lee Con Center, part of Homecoming Weekend. 35, go ahead, Doc.
Now, this concert is going to be very similar to what we do when we go away from Cleveland and go into our local churches. So we're going to do some really good concert band music, Gustav Holst and other composers, Robert W. Smith. I think we're going to do a David Holsinger piece. You know, we always
imagine
do.
that. There we go.
But also we're going to do our worship music, because how I was trained at Lee, especially going into the churches, is to show diverse musical styles and how they can be used for the glory of God. And one of the main things that happened with this ensemble, we've been to 25 different nations. We're preparing a fantastic Virginia Collier and Jesse helped me put this program together. It's 20 pages of color pictures of all the places we've been in the world and things like that. So that's going to, everybody will get one of those when they come through the door. So that's pretty cool. But we especially want this for our alumni. And this is a time for our alumni to come back and just talk about all kinds of things that are meaningful to them. Alex Sturgill has been here this last week shooting videos.
Really?
Alex was one of my students, and he actually started doing these videos to help raise money for us to go on these mission trips, which eventually he just won the Emmy for producing the Olympics for NBC.
Yep.
So I'm very, very proud of Alex.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
And so many of
He's an
our
alum of here,
graduates.
too. He used to, work for us a little bit here.
Well, why'd you let him go?
Well, he was too talented.
Okay,
We don't
well,
have
all
any
right.
talented people here. They all leave. Dr. Mark Bailey, what sticks out? A couple things, maybe over 35 years of doing this. What really comes to mind?
When I started, it was building the program. Like a lot of groups started by changing the name of the ensemble because they wanted to do something new. But I didn't feel like I needed to do that. I felt like when I first came, we had to create the interest in instrumental music because they didn't really perform that much, even on campus. So when I sat down with Dr. Kahn, we did decide that we needed to go into the churches because we needed to let our sponsoring denomination know we have an instrumental music program. And the first tour we took with the kids, the first Sunday morning, 10 people gave their life to the Lord.
Wow.
First time out. And that told me there is people, this idea will work. That's one of the reasons we went to all the different places in the world. Sure. So that was important. But over the years, what became more important than the ensemble is the students that we have produced. So 13 of the 16 band directors here in Bradley County are Lee graduates.
Wow. Wow.
2 of the high school band directors in Whitfield County, of the 3, are Lee graduates. Then that's not talking about all the middle school directors and things. That's all over the place. Then we have people like Brian Shaw was in Symphonic Band, who is the music pastor at Mount Olive. My son does music. He does orchestra and choir and music arts at Abba's house in Hickson. So we have those people. Matthew Cornett is a pastor in Princeton, North Carolina, in one of the fastest growing churches in the Church of God. Wow. All of these people have been impacted by this ministry. So that's the most important thing. One more person I have to mention.
Right, please.
Laura Sherwood, who has just went to Togo, West Africa. She is an OBGYN. She felt like God led her, and I almost cried when I think about this, to go to the place that has the highest birth rate in the world and also the highest infant mortality rate, and make a difference there and win people for the Lord in that country.
What a legacy.
So that's the legacy of
What a
Symphonic
legacy.
Band. Okay.
Dr. Mark Bailey, the part of Lee University Homecoming Weekend, which kicks off really on Friday and then goes through Saturday night, your big concert. Remind us the details, Doc.
Okay, we're also playing on Friday night.
Oh, we're playing Friday night?
We're playing Friday night. We're opening the music festival.
Okay.
A shorter program.
Sure.
But you're going to hear Voices of Lee, because this was their anniversary year, too. And then our festival choir that sang at Celebration is closing that concert, and so everybody should want to go hear that. It's going to be fantastic.
That's right.
And I think maybe if you remember the Concert of Hope that we did last year, and we had a great attendance for that.
Yes, we did.
And we're planning on doing that again in the spring.
Good.
We've got to work that out with the mayor and with Dusty Wilson. But the point is, everyone talked about how great a moment that was, the worship, and how they really felt the presence of the Lord. One person told me it was one of the best worship experiences they ever had.
Wow.
And
wow.
I'm not saying that that's going to happen for everybody or for anybody in this concert, but the chance is there that it could happen that way. But it is really going to be a time where we thank God for what he's done through this ensemble and the lives he's touched.
Amen.
Okay.
Congratulations. And it's just an amazing legacy. Dr. Mark Bailey, Friday night, part of the music festival, and Saturday night at 6 o'clock. And you just told me off air, hey, we're going to do an hour and a half. People can still watch UT.
Yes. One more thing.
Yep.
If you've got a kid in band, bring them Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bring them so they can hear what it's supposed to sound like, that kind of thing. That's important. And I think for any alumni of the ensemble, this weekend is for you. So if you haven't committed to coming, we're giving you a free breakfast in the IRR starting at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have a mass rehearsal at 2 to prepare for the 6 o'clock concert. I don't know what we're playing yet. It just depends on how that rehearsal goes.
I know how it goes.
Yeah.
It's so special.
But we'll put it together. It'll be great. So
yeah, it'll be great.
It'll be great.
Dr. Bailey, always a pleasure, buddy. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And Steve, thank you for everything you do for this community.
Thank you.
More people should say that. I had my kids over there for Operation.
For the Operation Compassion.
Compassion
and, yes,
thing.
you did. Oh, that
Yeah.
was so helpful.
And
Hurricane Helene, yeah.
Yes, and you're always there when Cleveland needs you. And if I can help you in any way in the future, you let me know.
Same here, buddy.
All right. Thank you very much.
I probably need to loan me a little money, but that's fine. We'll talk later.
Well, money's not something I'd help you with, but in other ways I can.
Thanks, Doc. Good to
Okay.
see you, buddy.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, that's going to do it for us here this morning. It's been a big morning here. We had a lot of stuff going on. You can catch up if you missed any of it. Since about 7 a.m., go to mixtv.tv. A reminder, we'll be live, our annual Halloween broadcast tomorrow morning at the Townhouse Bake Shop, starting at 6 a.m. tomorrow with Commissioner Scotty Gilbert. All the children get free candy, plus they dip their hand in a big old change bucket and pull out some change there tomorrow, beginning at 6 a.m. So big broadcast tomorrow morning. Have a great day. We got a lot more to come. A lot of prizes to give away today on Mix 1041 and mixtv.tv. Back in a moment.
Independent Insulation Service.